Welcome back. In the last video, we talked about something that surprises a lot of people. Weight loss isn't simply about eating fewer calories. It's about understanding the signals your body receives every day. That raises one obvious question. What actually tells my body whether to burn fat or store it? The answer is a hormone called insulin. Now, before your eyes glaze over, stay with me because I promise this isn't going to feel like a biology class. Instead, I want to tell you about someone I'll never forget. Several years ago, a woman came into the pharmacy looking completely deflated. She sat down across from me and said, Dr. Bobby, I don't understand. I've tried everything. I've counted calories. I've joined Weight Watchers. I've tried keto. I've skipped meals. I'm walking every day, but I still can't lose weight. Then she looked at me and asked the question I hear almost every week. Is there something wrong with me? Maybe you've asked yourself that same question. Maybe you've stood in front of the mirror wondering why your body doesn't respond the way it used to. Maybe you've watched friends lose weight while you're doing the exact same things, yet nothing changes. As I listened to her, I realized she wasn't looking for another diet. She wanted an explanation. She wanted someone to finally make it make sense. So I started looking at something most people weren't talking about. Not calories, not carbohydrates, not even her weight. I wanted to know what signals was her body receiving every day. When her lab work came back, something immediately caught my attention. Her blood sugar was normal. If we had stopped there, most people would have said, good news, everything looks fine. But I wasn't finished. I looked at another number, her fasting insulin. It was elevated. And in that moment, everything made sense. Here's why. Think of insulin as a storage manager. Every time you eat, your pancreas releases insulin. One of insulin's jobs is to help move glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. And that's a good thing. You need insulin to live. The problem isn't insulin. The problem is when insulin stays elevated for long periods of time. Because insulin has another important job. It tells your body, store energy. So when insulin is elevated, your body is receiving a message. Don't burn stored fat right now. We're still storing. Think about that for a second. Imagine trying to empty your garage while someone keeps bringing in more boxes every few minutes. You'll work harder, you'll sweat more, but the garage never really gets empty. That's what many people are experiencing metabolically. They're trying to burn stored fat while their body keeps receiving signals to store it. No wonder they feel frustrated. No wonder they think they failed. The truth is, their biology is simply following instructions. When I explained this to my patient, she got very quiet. Then she smiled, not because we'd solved everything, but because for the first time, she understood. She wasn't broken. She wasn't lazy. She wasn't weak. She finally understood why all the calorie counting hadn't been giving her the results she expected. And once you understand that, everything changes because now you're asking a completely different question. Not how do I eat less, but how do I improve the signals my body is receiving? That's a much more powerful question. Now, I want to be clear about something. Insulin is not the enemy. We need insulin. Without it, we couldn't survive. The goal isn't to eliminate insulin. The goal is to help your body respond to insulin the way it was designed to. And that's a very different conversation. And it's one that gives people hope because those signals can improve. So now we know something really important. Calories matter, exercise matters, sleep matters, stress matters. But underneath all of that, your hormones help determine what your body does with the energy you consume. Once you understand that, weight loss starts making a whole lot more sense. But here's the question almost everyone asks next. Okay, Dr. Bobby, if insulin is one of the signals, how do I actually improve it? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in the next video. I'm going to show you the simple system I use to help support healthy metabolic function and why I believe so many people have been approaching weight loss backwards. And once you understand that, you'll see why this isn't about another diet. It's about giving your body the right signals. I'll see you in video number 3.